How's it going, guys? Chris back here again with some more Historic Brawl. Now today, we're checking out a commander that actually got recommended in the comment section, which is Raddic Tal Zealot. I've seen him a lot on the ladder. And I wasn't too keen on playing him initially, but it was mentioned to me that he has hexproof from white and black. And I was recently looking for a creature that just survived most forms of removal. And I built a ridiculous frog deck that was trying to remove around indestructible and hexproof counters. And Raddic just kind of does it by himself, right? Like, he doesn't have the indestructible, but hexproof from white and black is very good, because that removes pretty much all of the best removal. But I say there are a few cards outside of white and black that actually count as semi-decent removal. And his spellbook isn't bad either. Like, it's actually pretty decent. I'm just gonna play my rocks, because we're missing land drops, and I feel like we'll need the mana to actually do anything. Ethereal Absolution could do something too. We're up against a red deck, so there's a chance they have some low toughness stuff, but it's a bit of a toss-up, right? Like, their Valamakus deck, they may not have another creature in their deck. And if they don't, well, that's kind of sad, but we just have to deal with that, right? Rude. Okay. Land drop off the top. It didn't work out for me, did it? Okay. We'll play a knight. Valiant Knight's a cool card. The fact that you can just draft it is also very nice, because you get a second copy of it in your deck. You also get a second copy of Circle of Loyalty, which is apparently card 15. Okay, I got clued. Rude. My god, opponent. You were just not down to clown. Let's see if Aryel, Knight of Windgrace, can exist for a turn. You know, it's weird that she's the Knight of Windgrace when Windgrace was Jund. And I guess, like, the demographics of the areas in Dominaria changed over the centuries. Yeah, that creature is also dead. Oh, it didn't die. Well, isn't that a miracle? I think we're just going to try to draw for a land. Draw for a land and... never mind. I was going to say draw for a land and crack a clue, but we're just going to Murderous Rider, crack a clue. Ethereal Absolution? Vigilance, a mechanic that I have been aware of for decades, but rarely used properly. Have I been aware of it for decades? No, I have not. Because then I would have been playing Magic when I was like 5 years old. Which didn't happen. Cathar's Crusade? You got them enchantments, opponent? Or them enchantment removals? Because you kind of need them if you want to stay alive. We have a Farewell as a backup. So you can only do a 4 or less. Rude. So I want that. I want that. I want that. And I want that. We just have to make our opponent as sad as possible now because of our losses. Rude. And that could be bad. Valimachus is online now. Neat. I think I will kill you quicker than you kill me, though. Yeah, I think our opponent reached that conclusion as well. A good quest. Yeah, so I prepared some videos up until the release, because generally when I'm preparing videos, whenever a release is imminent, I'll prepare a couple of videos up until that release, because it's a bit of a dry season and I can get away with weirder, wackier things, less well thought out plans. So generally I'll, do I want to keep this? I want to free all this. I'll keep this. This is slightly better, but it's not great. So generally I'll get like 3 or 4 videos ahead. And that way I can have a little break before I jump into the new set with a fresh love of deck building. And I had planned on doing that this time too, and I thought I had, but turns out the set releases on Arena the 18th, not the 14th. So yeah, I gotta prepare a few more videos. Luckily, I was reading my comments, because even when I'm not planning recordings and that kind of thing, I still check the comments just in case somebody said something that I need to respond to, because it does happen on occasion, but very rarely, honestly. But I still want to know like what's going on, right? Yeah, and somebody recommended Raddic, Tal Zealot. And the other one they recommended was the Geist of St. Traff. Now, I do not own a Geist of St. Traff, unfortunately. I do have a Raddic. So I thought, you know, we'll build a Raddic. I'll decline that. Thank you very much for your time. So I imagine that Raddic probably doesn't die in this matchup unless they like Hour of Devastation. Storm's Wrath is another possible way. I don't really want to Wrathway my commander. It's got a really well put together discard deck. Probably should have took the white one. We at least got the rack effect off the board. Is she the one that gives haste to things from the graveyard? No. We can't cast it, so we'll discard it. We can start sniping. choose white for that? God, I am dumb. Yeah, she can't block it because she's red. Sort of body and mind. We are just sorting it up today. So he has hexproof from white and black, and then protection from red. So against this particular opponent, Raddic is utterly invincible. Very neat opponent. So I guess we go 4. So you can go kill here and you can start doing this. And we'll get another way to search for a knight. Sort of body and mind doesn't do much in this matchup, but, you know, a 2-2 wolf. Ouch. Weird, I didn't intend to use that this turn. More card draw. More card draw, more good. I forgot about that part of the more card draw, more good. We don't have many knights in our bin, but we do have one. Haunting Voyage is really good in a tribal deck. It's just a card that's so forgettable that I just kind of don't always remember it exists. Yeah, unfortunately, Adeline does take precedent. I'm gonna take that so that we can gain 8 life. Go up to 12 so that we're not as endangered. We had a rough start, but we're actually coming together quite well. I knew the deck was somewhat decent from all the playtesting I did against it, or all the games where I see it. He's actually a lot cooler than I thought. Like, part of the argument that I saw for him is that he is a bit more random than the Geist of St. Traff. Because whenever you attack with Geist of St. Traff, you just attack with an additional 4/4. Which I think is... like, between the two, I think Geist is probably better. So we're going to choose Knight. So we sacrifice a wolf. Destroy Urabrask. Good victory. Good victory. Yes, the argument is that he's a little bit more random, right? And that is true, right? He is more random. And I don't know. I try to like come up with a comparison in my head as to which one is the better commander, which I know isn't really how you should evaluate the commanders of this particular type, right? Because it's not going to be like a tier 1, but I don't know, I kind of favor Raddic overall as far as power level goes. Mainly because I think the real cards he offers in his spellbook are just way more valuable than the 4/4. Now on the flip side, like I think Geist of St. Traft is just a better creature. It's hexproof, it's a 2/2 flyer for 3. Like those are very good stats, especially when it can swing in for 6 every turn. Like that is 5 turns, sub 5 turns if they take damage somewhere along the line, which isn't that unreasonable to consider. So up against mono black, Raddic is just... Is he invincible? I don't think he is, because we have edicts, right? Edicts are pretty okay, but against Zomble, he is invincible. That's what I like to see, Zomble. That's the kind of deck building that I am also guilty of. We'll do one more. But I keep on burning through my gold. I need to save up some of it so that way I can craft some things so that I can get some early videos out. But we'll just kind of roll with it, man. Just kind of roll with it. I think that's where we're at. Dude, Black Market is a really powerful magic card. And I'm happy every time I see it in my opening hand. Rise from the Dark Realms too, I guess, but... Oh. Did we just crash? We crashed. That is, that's a rare thing to happen these days. Let's see if we can load in before we lose our match. Come on, Arena. I know you're in there somewhere. Only one tab. That's good. Sometimes when you open up Arena with too many clicks, you open up like 7 tabs of Arena, and that is too many. We have not lost the game yet. Our opponent has played a Dampening Sphere, though. That is scary. Next turn we can get in a little bit of damage. Well, never mind. No attack. 1-2v1-2. Yeah, I have not had Arena crash on me. In nearly... I want to say like 2 months, but it's probably happened in the month. And I just didn't remember it, right? Like, that's a reasonable... Mr. Ebonheart, I'm sorry, buddy. You have to die for the glory of Raddic, Tal Zealot. Because he's got the, what do you call it? I forget her name. Winota trigger. Or the, well, I guess the more modern and more accurate version would be the the one generic 2 white knight from the latest Innistrad set. I know her name. I play her incessantly. She's on the board. Adeline. There we go. Our opponent was literally casting her as I was playing word soup to figure out who and what she was. See if our opponent will block. They won't, but it's possible. Yeah, Hero Bladehold or Hero Bladehold at home. Dude, not cool, man. You gonna flip it? This is one of those cards that I think is cool. I agree with the sentiment that it's cool. I just don't see how it's useful, generally. Because I guess it's use. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's hard. It's in the weird enough, hard enough for me to evaluate category that I'm just too hesitant to put it in my own decks. I guess what I'm saying is that I'm a coward, and Foreboding Statue is just a bridge too far for me because 1 mana each of your pre-combat main phases is nice. And it's free, right? Like, as long as you keep the creature alive, you're good. But, just asking me if I want to, add mana. I do. I want to add a lot of mana, opponent. Like, all of the mana. I don't care if my things die. Ooh, this Ethereal Absolution has gone from decent to just pretty good. We've gotten rid of Thalia. And can I survive? I don't want to eat anything from the graveyard because we can rise from the Dark Realms next turn. And, nice. I will take 4. So I've never cast a Rise from the Dark Realms, I don't think, but no Knight. That's kind of sad, man. Gain 5? Like, Valiant Knight can still get us there. Vona makes it more difficult. They're just feeding me mana. Like, that's neat. No block. We might just lose because we're too slow. Like, they have 6 damage in the air next turn. I don't have another creature to eat, which is why we do not make more tokens. And the fact that things aren't dying anymore means... I'm just in a bit of a bad way. Although, it depends on what our opponent does, right? Like, if they don't kill us this turn, we're fine. Enchant removal kills us. They remove our blocker. They might be able to find a way to get it done, too. Find a way to get it done. That is just a incorrect English sentence, I'm pretty sure. Or it might not be, but it feels wrong. Neat. Opponent, I will elect to take 4 damage if that is an option on the table, and get rid of the card that is literally stopping me from winning the game. Well, I guess Damping Sphere is really what's stopping me from winning the game. Archon of Myria is the real problem, though, isn't it? Yeah, no. Damping Sphere is fine. Archon of Myria is a bit of a problem. Rude. I am gonna kill you, opponent. Okay. Well, that'll be enough of the knights today. You can probably... I was tempted to build the Raddic deck with no creatures in it, and then just get all my creatures from attacking with Raddic, but I didn't think it would work out. And plus, like, nice enough to make a comment on the content that I make, to respond with a clearly meme video on the commander, I thought would be in slightly bad taste. Either way, thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, remember to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you next time around. Bye for now.